So hi, now we are going to solve this uh, find pivot index. First time I'm reading this now. Given an array of integers nums, calculate the pivot index of this array. Pivot index. The pivot index is the index where the sum of all the numbers strictly to the left of the index is equal to the sum of all the numbers strictly to the index right. If the index is on the left edge of the array, if the index is on the left edge of the array, then the left sum is 0 because there is no element to the left. Then this also applies to the right edge of the array. Return the leftmost pivot index. Return the leftmost pivot index. If no such index exists, return minus. Okay. Decent. Okay. So let's start the timer. Okay. They are telling sum and arrays. So prefix sum. And obviously this is a prefix sum question. And since they are asking right and left should be equal, that is pivot. So we need a hash map. Okay. So let's say we have, okay, let's say on the pivot index is 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. How? Oh, so that pivot index value, the element on the pivot index don't have to be calculated. That they didn't even tell. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. So pivot index would probably be what? 2, 0, 0. Pivot index left sum is equal to 0, no elements is left. Okay. So let's assume the array that they have given 1, 7, 3, 6, 5, 6. Now we should uh, first of all, how will we find the how will we make sure that left sum is equal to the right sum? Okay, left sum we can calculate from first to this one. But right sum, how you will calculate? Right sum you will get uh, from, and we have to leftmost pivot index. Oh, okay. So the sum of numbers after right at the right will be the prefix sum of the last element. I mean the sum of all the elements in the array minus the uh, prefixum of the pivot will be the okay. So okay, let's find the prefix of all the index. This is wait. Prefix of this is one. It starts from 0, 1, 8, 11, 17, 22, 28. And this should be -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now, how will I find that in this example 173656? How will I find 6 is the pivot? What is the condition? First, we need to find the condition. So the condition is what it would be. Mm, but I think in this problem, how is this an easy problem, first of all? Okay. In this problem, I don't think we can find the solution on the go. Like while iterating, normally in prefix sum, you will find the solution while you are iterating. But I don't think in this sum you can do that. So after iterating only we will do this, most probably. So okay, let's say after iterating, I got all the prefix sums and their indexes. And then, so then what? We need to find the condition to get the key from the hash map. So, okay, our final prefix sum is 28. Last first one is 0, obviously. So 0 to 28, an equal number should be there. I mean, if both the side we need to have equal numbers, then we need to do 28 by 2 only. What is 28 by 2? 14. But the catch is that element on the pivot should not be calculated. So what to do? Uh, so okay, let's see. Okay, we now we can see how this array is done. So in this array, if you see what is it, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So so till 2, what is the sum? 11. And from 5 to 25, wait, from on 5, what's the thing? 22. Wait. 3. What is it? 17. From there to 28. So this is an easy question. Also, they are telling us to find the leftmost pivot. How can they be more than one pivot? I don't know. Mm, 11 to in this array. So what do we do is that in every element we will calculate the sum before it. So at 1 we will wait. At 1 At zeroth index, we will have 0 sum. Because if 0 is the pivot, then till left of the zeroth index, there is nothing, so 0. At 1, you will have 1 as the sum. At 2, you will have at 2 you will have what? 1, 8, 1, 8, okay. So if we take the third array, you will have 11. Wait, I don't think this is the correct approach. What do we have? 0, 1, 8, 11, 17, and then the dimension. And okay, 1, 0, 11. Mm. So, so எப்போ வந்து when will both sides will have equal sum at this point? If we see both the sides will have equal sum when Mm, this is the condition. Mm, so prefix of prefix of j minus 1 plus prefix of j is equal to prefix of yeah, correct. But this is not satisfied by everything. Like if you see this is j. Let's say 0, 1, 2. Okay, let's say this is j. The prefix of j minus 1 is 8 plus prefix of j 11 is equal to 22. Sorry, 28. No, 19. if you come here, prefix of j minus 1 plus 17, 18, 21. So the condition that I have got is prefix if j is the index that we are searching. I mean, fine, doubting whether it is pivot index or not. So prefix of j minus 1 plus prefix sum of j minus 1th index plus prefix sum of jth index should be equal to the sum of the whole array. If that condition is true, then our that j is the pivot index. First, let's develop on this. So what we can do is that we can store prefix of j minus 1 plus prefix of j as here, and whichever comes to L will be our thing. Okay, let's see. So we will do prefix of j minus 1. Okay, let's start with 0, 0. 0 minus 1. Minus 1 as the key before the array, and before the array prefix sum is 0. So for the, let's assume the first element is j. Prefix of j, wait, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now prefix of j minus 1 is, prefix of j is also 0. Wait. Prefix of what is j? 0. J minus 1 is minus 1. So prefix of minus 1 is 0. Okay. 0 plus prefix of j is what? 1. So 0 plus 1, we will keep 1 as the thing. And we will also have some count. Some count, okay? That sum. We need the full array sum at the final to compare. So, and then next prefix, next j is equal to 2. Prefix of j minus 1 is 1 plus prefix of j is 1 plus what? 8, 9. Next, j is equal to 2. Prefix of j minus 1 is 7, 8. Prefix of j is 19, 11. So 8 plus 11 is what? 19. Now prefix of, now j is third. Prefix of j minus 1 is what? 7, 11. Prefix of j is what? 17. So 11 plus 17 is 28. Now prefix of j, now I is equal to 4. Prefix of j is, j minus 1 is what? 10, 11, 17. Prefix of j is uh, 21, 20, so 22. So 17 plus 20 is what? 22, 7 plus 2, 8, 9, 29, 39. 39. Now last index 5. Prefix of j minus 1 is 10, 11, 17, 22, 22. Prefix of j is 22, 28. So 22 plus 28 is 30, 40, 50. So 50. Now we have the sum that we calculated, the sum of the whole array with separate variable. So we will get the sum key. So we will get the value of the key that is equal to the sum of the whole array that we calculated. Okay, let me code it. Now HSH map hash map integer integer hm is equal to HSH map, and then hash maps first sum hm dot put 0 comma -1. Okay, now int sum equal to 0, or we can declare it there itself. Now but prefix sum of j minus 1 plus prefix sum of j can be no 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 okay, no problem. uh, what we will do is that we will create for int I equal to 0, I less than nums dot I plus plus. So at first we will have int sum. Oh, first we need to declare it. Yeah, I think we need to declare it. Int sum equal to 0, and then sorry, not int, sum plus or equal to what? Nums I. Uh, now what we will do is we want to store previous sum also. So we will create another integer int prev sum. Prev sum is equal to 0. So what do we do is that uh, uh, we will key is int key is equal to prev sum plus sum. And then and, our first index should be 0. Mm, and then after putting we will increment rev sum equal to sum. Uh, After that, I think that's it. We can return hm dot get or default um, what key. At finally the sum will be over, right? Yeah, sum r -1. Oh shit. Ah, okay. Hash map yum. Okay. Okay, test case passed. Let's submit. Oh, what happened? If both are 0 means what is happening to my code? I 549 744. Let's see what is happening. Mhm. If both are 0, now uh, sum is equal to, okay, so I is here. Sum will be 0 only. Uh, so previous sum is also 0 plus sum. Key is 0. So put key index is 0. Now previous sum is equal to that is also 0. Now uh, null prev sum is equal to, okay, then also key is equal to 0 0. So 0 1. How? Okay. So what's happening is the key is same 0 0. So since the key is same, both are 0 0, it is replacing it, and then what we are facing? Some 0, we are getting 1. So what we have to do is, if it contains, then we should not put it. Wait, I will want to see. Okay. What we have to find? If it already has some key, we should not put any value. Ah, put if absent. Okay, we need put if absent. Okay, put if absent. So now first we will get 0 0 and then we will not put it. Okay, 650 test cases. What happened? Output -1. Wait, wait. Oh, wait a minute. We are already having zero. Oh, wait. We are already having 0, comma 0 -1 as our thing. So if put if absolutely nothing is going to be put to. So minus. So what if I put here 0? Okay. I didn't put this, what will happen? You know what happens? So, what do we do is now? Okay, our code got passed, but why other solutions are efficient than us? Let's see. Pivot index for they take the total nums, okay, and then int left s. Okay, so they didn't create any extra thing, extra space. So our space complexity is n, their space complexity is 1. Okay, so they are first calculating the total, and then what they are doing is left sum is equal to 0, and then right sum is equal to total minus left sum minus num. Okay, correct. And then if left sum is equal to right sum, but how is this big of n? Okay. Okay. Thank you.